Hi, Francesca. How are you?
Good, Stephen.
Good. Nice to meet you finally. Let me context our conversation here, which I know both of us have been looking forward to. I know that we had a good conversation initially over the phone. What I see the purpose for the conversation is really to expand on what we just touched on earlier about this family situation you're experiencing with your parents and get a little bit more depth on that. Also, hopefully understand about how this fits into your own financial picture and what you're looking to achieve yourself. So typically what I'll do in this type of meeting is I'll tell you a little bit about myself and have you understand my practice, but then most of the time I'll devote to hearing from you. And what I mean by that is hearing from you about not only the situation, but the circumstances that surround that relative to you and your family members. And then once we've explored that fully, I'll give you a sense of what I think we could possibly put in place in the future, and then outline some tangible next steps if it's appropriate. I have us down for about 45 minutes. Does that still work for you?
Yep, that's great.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to cover in that 45 minutes that would make you feel like this was a well use of your time?
No, that sounds great.
Okay, great. So why don't we get started? And let me just give you a couple of moments on myself and my background.
Okay.
So what I really focus on is helping families and small business owners really map out how they want their future to look financially. And this is not only about long-term planning, but it's also helping people plan for the unforeseeable so that if things like the circumstances with your parents comes up, that those don't take them by surprise and don't do untold damage on their financial future. And also people understand that what I'm bringing to is really the things that if they were my interests, they would be the same thing that I would be offering to my people in my own family. So I think people sense that that's the type of approach that I want to work with them. So through exploration, but with those goals, I also focus on helping there be a structured plan in place so that the likelihood of those goals being attained is much greater. And I think what people like about the way that I work with them is my consistent contact with them, the ability for them to reach out and feel like they have a resource that they can turn to. And I also think people appreciate that I hold them accountable to their plan, which for many people, that's something that they don't necessarily do well for themselves. I hope that, you have any questions about that?
No, that sounds great.
Great.